Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fabled Storm. We're back with more Banjo-Kazooie. We're going to be moving on to the next level today after I get this like layer puzzle piece. And of course it was cut up a little bit last time, but if you like this content, you should like and subscribe and leave a comment down below so I know how you like this or if you want to see me play something else. Other than that, we're going to get right into it, and I want to say thanks for returning, and let's go ahead and get on it. Let's get on it. Jump on it. Jump on it. Yep, gonna have to stand right here and hope I don't get hit by something. And by that, I mean, like, one of the dudes, the mummy dudes. I about called them zombies. I mean, technically it's not wrong, but I mean, it's just improper because they're zombies with special suits. Let's go. You having fun, Banjo? He's like, I don't know how this is possible, being that I weigh so much more than Kazooie, but whatever. The peak. I do really like this level. Man, I'd like to vacation somewhere with some snow. I'll go in there later. What the hell kind of glitch was that? Oh no, it's just those sparkles, I guess. I don't know. Oh, your stomach hurts. I shouldn't have eaten that shiny thing. It's weird, the bears all kind of do the voices the same. Slide right over that one puzzle piece, or music note puzzle piece. Because the whole point is to 100% these music notes. No thanks. Spin it yourself. I'll let you out eventually. Actually, the technique I need for the other level, I learn here. Yeah, aerial action, baby. It's so I can take out the snowman. Yep, and you don't want to run out of feathers. It's a little low. Did we take damage? What happened? I didn't see that we took damage, but maybe we did. Maybe I don't remember. Ah, you crud nuggets. Now I saw that we took damage. I will come back. If this camera would stop focusing in on me so hard. That's the stuff right there. It's so baller, dude. This is lit. I'm flying. And now I can attack. Well, if I can aim right. Oh, come on. That's not even... That's annoying. Because this world is so much more pleasant when those guys aren't around, so... I mean, who wants to have snowballs thrown at them that are thrown so bad that it takes away part of their life? Could you imagine? Could you imagine playing these games if this was like actual reality? Like, you were a character and you actually could die, and then all of a sudden something happens, you have that last life and you're like, I swear I just died, and they're like, you did die. The player brought you back. The player? Is there anything in this world that's real? And you just start crying. You start having an existential crisis. That would be the first time. By like the 100th time you had died and then being reborn, you would like be like, I guess this is life now. It is my immortality. How many buttons? 2 buttons? I think it's just 2 buttons, because I remember thinking 3 buttons. Nope, 3. Alright. Oh. Pooped out a nugget. One on their head, another on their back. Something about something in a crack. No, they're gone. You heard them just ting ting, and then all of a sudden just disappear. All right, don't fall, and when you do go down, fall not off the back but off the front, so the high part of the hat. Up here. Yeah, because I can protect myself. Alright, I'm already at 100. Is there something on the back? I feel like there's something supposed to be around here. Guess not. Hi, creepy green-eyed snowman. Are you supposed to have Kazooie's eyes just as a snowman? Kind of looks like you got a beak too. You want my gold feathers back? Actually, yeah, no, I do. I still want them. No! No! Nope, didn't make it. Oh well. Alright. That was actually kind of complicated to get to. Gather all these. Alright. Gotta get on the Kazooie train here. Zoo is the only one that can move around in the snow real good. I guess when you have talons, you can just sort of grip the snow. Do bears slip and slide in the snow? I've watched some documentaries in my lifetime, and I've seen bears in snowy weather move just fine. Is it just a game mechanic? Is it a game theory? My gosh. Wow, you almost jumped right up there when I didn't mean you to. All right, cool. And we can't get the rest of this stuff until we become the next strongest character in the world. Whee! Huh. No, so I didn't have to go back. And when he threw me up here and I lost my stuff, I could have just jumped off that. I did not realize that. Isn't it Jinjo under the water? I heard a whistle. No, it's on the back of this building over here. And I'm hitting the water. Yeah, it's cold. We got it. There's a reason this bear has a house and doesn't live in the wild. It's because they designed him that way. And the bear would normally live in the wild. But this particular bear is special. He lives in a house. Because he was too much of a bitch to live out in the world. No, thank you. I don't want any. We do not need any subscriptions. I will pass. And you shall not pass. Because Gandalf said so? Gandalf. What a great series of books. Tolkien was really an awesome dude. And I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've seen some episodes, but they kind of bore the crap out of me. Which I know some people are gonna lose their mind about, and they're gonna be like, what do you mean you don't like Game of Thrones? I didn't say I didn't like it. I said I haven't watched it because what I have seen of it bores me. And so that's a thing that can happen. You can get bored with a game or a show. And sometimes you never get bored with anything. Wow, those are the pieces from on top of... Whoa, no, they're not. Wait, what did... How... I'm super duper confused. I'll get that token when I come back out. I only came up here because there's that present. I mean, I could just go ahead and collect all the music notes. Save me time later. Yeah, I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I've seen a couple of episodes or bits of episodes, and I know people were super big about it. They were just like, Game of Thrones is the best thing since sliced bread. Have you heard of Wonder Bread? It's better than that. And it's like, that's bread, dude. I don't care that much about bread, but you know, to each their own. Whatever floats your boat. Nope, nothing in here except eggs. There we go. You know, but if that's your thing and you like that kind of thing, do your thing. Watch those shows. Everybody has a preference. If that's your preference, then watch the shows, man. I don't care for it, but it's like The Walking Dead. I've never seen Breaking Bad. I've only seen clips of it. I feel like that's the one exception for me, that Breaking Bad would live up to all the hype. I used to watch Sons of Anarchy, and then like, oh man, just it got to the point where it just wasn't enjoyable to watch anymore. And it's hard to watch things like that, you know? You get to the point where you're like, I don't care about the people. I just get angry when I watch the show. I think the thing that really put me off of that show was Jack's mother. I just hated her. She annoyed the crap out of me, and she was always doing... That's right, you better run. Come here. Let's throw fisticuffs. Come on. You scared? Ah. The hell with you then. But I don't know. It's one of those things. I was like, a character for me that does really terrible stuff but then claims it's for the good of their family or whatever, and they never really seem to get the justice that they deserve, and they create a living hell for everybody else's life. I just want them to die, and then they never do. They just seem to miraculously make it out of every terrible situation they could possibly have been in, and I just get really over that. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And yeah, it just I get over it real fast. Sure, I'll race you. Oh, okay. Well, the first race has to be a different race then. All right. We race back from the other one the next time. Okay, got it. You need me to be a walrus. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a pretty good series. I didn't like hate it, but at a point I was sort of like, yeah, I'm sort of over this show. Game of Thrones, I guess I should watch from the beginning, but what I've been told is the books are way better than the show, and they explain a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. Like, in behind the scenes, I mean like the inner thoughts of the person, the stuff that they never explain when you are watching a show. Like, very rarely do you ever get an explanation of what people are thinking. And if it is, it's always done in like the character's voice. Oh, well. I did want to go up, but I wanted to do this. There we go. And the character sort of talking to themselves, and it's one of those echoey, like ethereal voices, and it's just like, I was thinking about it and I couldn't help myself. I thought, why not? I'll do this thing. And or it'll just be a statement they could have made to themselves, talking like, you know, this, where you're talking to yourself, except it's in that ethereal voice. Make me into something else, buddy. I got some jiggies to get. Boing, boing, boing. And I could jump, but I have no attack. That's the sad part about this, is some of these guys, they don't get an attack. What is that, man? But yeah, my friend has read the Game of Thrones books and was like, they're so much better because they explain these things, and that this relationship that started in what looked like a kidnapping or something was actually a relationship built on like love and trust or something. Oh, all 100 music notes. Sweet. I thought there was another reason I needed this guy besides this race, but it might have. Oh yeah, I gotta go see the other walrus. The other walrus guy is pretty chill if I'm around. But go ahead, challenge me to the race. I'll race you and I'll win. What are you gonna do then? Oh, I'm gonna steer. I'm gonna steer real good. And I'll slalom like a boss. In other words, you see a lot, huh? Slalom. I only ever see it in car shows. No, we're gonna do a slalom test. No. I'm like one of those people that's gonna block you. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Mark my word. I'm gonna get around you. Oh no, I won't. Oh, jump. I've not had that problem before. This has never happened to me. Usually my ED is completely treated and under control. I don't have ED, it's just fun to do that. That's how it always is in those commercials, right? Or in the shows. It's never happened to me before. Uh-huh. And that's what the woman's thinking. She's like, right, it's never happened to you before. Damn it, right at the end? You cheating bastard. I will not lose to you. I am victorious. Too quick for you. At least these aren't like race and carry in the second game. Man, those races are just terrible. The first one's sort of doable. It's better. I remember the first time I played it though, it is much easier on the Xbox version. Another walrus. I know you're probably really lonely, huh? A bear and an ugly bird? That sounds kind of mean. But thanks for the puzzle piece. Yeah, so like the books are always better than the movies, let's just be honest. I feel that way all the time about most things. Like Harry Potter was a huge series for me that I loved, but the movies were sort of like, eh. And this is a hole only I can go in. I just remember like the first couple of Harry Potter movies were very similar to the books, and the books were much shorter then. They were smaller, they were less crazy, and more health. Yeah. I always like getting health. Give me that extra life. I like how I got that close. They were just like, yeah, I'm not even gonna react. But I felt like as the series got further along, I think by the fourth one really got me, because there are important details that explain certain characters like Dobby and stuff with Neville and stuff like that. Like, oh, well, I left out spoilers for anybody who hasn't read Harry Potter in 20 years or whatever it's been. Y'all wanna see what the fourth book was out in like 2003, 2004? The Goblet of Fire? Maybe 2001, something like that. Like, they'd been out for a while, so I mean, if you don't know about some of the stuff, you are way too far behind to be helped, I guess. But yeah, there was there's a lot that they had to change, and I get it. And so they're not as good, but they never could be as good as the books, because you're trying to condense what is hours of reading about even longer period of time, usually that happened within one school year or over the summer included, in a matter of 2.5 hours if they felt like pushing it, and then dividing the last the last book into 2 movies, which I think just sort of became a popular trend. But sometimes it's necessary, like The Hobbit being 3 parts, which apparently I'm one of those weirdos that liked the Hobbit series. Like, I actually enjoyed those movies. I guess if you go into it looking at it a certain way, right? Like I don't get disappointed by video game movies like other people do. Because they look at it and they're like, oh, the game was so much better. Well, of course it was. One, it's a video game. Video game. It's not a board game. You're not like, I want to see Risk the movie. It's a video game. So you've already played it. You've played the story that you really want to see. And then they tried to condense that into 2 hours, something that took you tens, dozens, hundreds of hours to play, depending on the game that they're making a movie of. It's like the Assassin's Creed movie. I didn't hate it. I thought it was its own isolated story within the Assassin's Creed universe. They've done it in the comics, the different video games, where they introduce a new character that has a new backstory, new ancestors that were assassins, and that's fine. But you spend hours playing those games, so it makes sense that you would be attached to them and you're involved with it. Like, you're making the character do stuff. If you want to do some cool move, you're doing it. It's not just like you watched it. It wasn't just an animation. You were part of it. So I look at movies like that and stuff and I go, yeah, I don't understand why this is, why people are all pissed off about this stuff. You're gonna have to focus in a second. Because I don't want to lose, but he's so much faster. But like, when it comes to movies, it makes sense that you're gonna try to condense stuff down. So like, I heard some people that were upset that The Hobbit had been condensed in, or cut up into 3 movies when it was 1 book, and it's like, yeah, but what did you expect? Well, I might not be able to get back to this one. Well, I was wrong. But I thought it was fine. Also, I remember one time talking to somebody about The Hobbit, and I said, yeah, the big battle at the end between like all the different armies of people, and they were like, what are you talking about? And I was like, really? I was like, you don't know? Are you sure you read The Hobbit? They had no idea what I was talking about. They were legit confused, and I was like, I love The Hobbit. That book was great. Because when I was a kid and I read the book when I was in middle school. And I just remember thinking to myself, like the scene where Bilbo goes into the Dragon's Keep, you know, where all the treasure is, and that conversation they have, and he's just like, I can see you. And he, you know, he calls him the thief and all that stuff. I mean, even though he was supposed to be a burglar, you know, that conversation they have where even though he's invisible, Smaug can see him, that stood out for me. It was one of the big things that stood out in my mind from that book. That and the end fights, like those were the things that stood out more than anything else. So it's just one of those things. Will do. I'll protect you. Like the great bodyguard I am. I just gotta get 10 of you there. Because the Twinklies are faster than I am. Got it. Sorry, I had to focus there for a second. Well, several of your brothers were eaten and killed, so I hope you're fine living with that. Survivor's remorse and whatnot. Or guilt, I should say. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, but those books were great. Like, it made me go read the Silmarillion. This seems incredibly unfair. Did I have to do this and get up here and get on the flight thing? But I guess it's because they don't think it'll take you that long to do it. Do you know how hard it is to fly? But they did teach you a trick to go through stuff faster in this game than this level itself. Yeah, see? But it's not like it's easy to control. I gotta go through it 3 times. No! Come on, go through. There we go. Almost didn't make it with such little time left. Would have lost my mind. Anyway. Well then. Is that just because the trees lit up it's added all this stuff? I never realized the music changed that much. Is it because I'm near the tree? Oh yeah, the last Jinjo. It's in the walrus's place. Okay, yeah, it went back to normal, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Like some books and movies, I guess I'm just an easier person to please. Sort of like Dan on the Game Grumps. Like Aaron is so always hypercritical of stuff, and some of his criticisms I completely agree with. Take that noisy orange thing and get the hell out of my house! Nah, do your little dance. Look at me. I did this. And this is where the ice key would be. But the ice key, what a cool texture on this back wall too. For what it was back in the day, I mean, like this was really part of that time that was moving video games to the 3D future. And I just remember, you know, we're talking about going from SNES and Sega, where you're playing Sonic, or your 2D side scrollers, X-Men, Aladdin. I know those two things don't feel like they should be in the same sentence, but if you didn't like play stuff back in the day, or like Terminator 2 Judgment Day, what an interesting game. It was like a side scroller first person shooter. It was much like an arcade game that had the little shooter doodads on it. Am I within range? No. Okay. But we will pick up that conversation in the next episode, because I'm going to call it quits here. We completed a level. That's usually how I got to do the stuff. But 10 out of 10. Everything completely picked up on that. We got more health. It was pretty awesome. We were able to get all that done. Thanks for coming along with me. I want to thank you for liking and subscribing if you have. And if you haven't, shut up, Grunty. You should go ahead and like and subscribe, because, you know, if you like this content, you shouldn't want to miss any of it. But other than that, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. And until next time, peace.
Go, go, go.